Welcome back to Rugby from the Stands. This is my raw and unfiltered reaction to the Los Pumas versus All Blacks game that finished literally about 5 minutes ago. This is my raw reactions. I'm just looking at my notes and just sharing my thoughts. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, to be honest, as I'll probably need to distill all of my notes and then provide something that's more coherent. But overall, I thought this was a great game. At least great game for the All Blacks. A lot of areas to improve on, but I think the All Blacks were just too strong. I think in the first 20 minutes, it was close. The RGs were in touching distance. They always, were very close in terms of scoring points. So they were always one score behind the All Blacks. But it was really in that second session in the first half, the second 20 minutes, that's when I think, when the All Blacks went to a lead of 31-10, that it was a little bit harder for the RGs to get back in the game. In the second half, once the substitutes started coming in, I thought the RGs played really well in that first 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I thought they were dominant in that second half, at least at the start of it. But then you started to see guys like Samisoni Taukei'aho, Pasilio Tosi, and the rest of the bench started to get ascendancy, and they used the lineout Maul very, very well, and the two Taukei'aho tries really sealed the game for the All Blacks. So lots of learnings for the All Blacks from an All Blacks perspective. I think there's going to be a lot of learnings, especially ensuring that they minimize their mistakes. Lots of penalties given away. Discipline wasn't great. Aerially, I think they need to really work on the aerial skills, because that's an area I feel like they could be potentially vulnerable. Defensively, sometimes they do seem to lose their shape a little bit sometimes. But overall, I thought from an attacking standpoint, they looked pretty decent. The backs, again, I think needs to be a little bit more clinical. But yesterday's, what am I saying? Sorry, lack of sleep, guys. But the game that we saw just now, I thought the backs could have been a lot more clinical. I think we do need a little bit more speed in the wings. I would definitely like to see Carter get a chance. Add in some real pace. That'll be quite helpful. But overall, I thought the main game drivers, I thought from a performance standpoint, I thought Karifi played really well. Adi Savea, put in a shift as well. I was watching Kote's Ratima as well. Definitely, there is some level of him being disrupted sometimes at ruck time. But overall, I thought he played really well. There wasn't, he maintained momentum and he was good. Also, when Finlay Christie came on, he seemed to steady the ship a little bit as well. So that was good. Borden Barrett, I thought he had a good game. He slotted in all his kicks reasonably well, except for the last couple of kicks where he missed. Only thing I'd like him to improve on is his accuracy with his kicks. I think he either kicked it, he kicked it either too far, or he'd kick straight to the outside backs of the RGs, or his chip kicks just weren't accurate either. So whereas we saw Albornoz was very accurate when he was kicking, was doing the kick passes, the chips, the variety of kicks that he did was pretty spot on. So I think that's something that I'd really like to see. You know, Borden, Barrett to improve. But from a Argentinian perspective, I wouldn't be satisfied with that performance, to be honest. There was no real punch in terms of attack. Defensively, they tried it all. Pablo Materas was very good. Albornoz was exceptional as well, despite not getting a lot of front football. I thought they fought really hard, but I mean, clearly, the All Blacks class just shone through. It wasn't a clinical performance by the All Blacks by any means, but I thought this was a good, first game to kick things off for the Rugby Championship for them. The lineouts of the All Blacks, I really need to make mention of the lineouts. Honestly, it's a joy to watch. They really are using the maul as an attacking weapon, and that's pretty awesome to see. Ruck speed was also excellent. There was a couple of times I think I saw the back three forwards out rucking the RGs and winning ball, quite a few steals as well. Only thing the All Blacks will need to really focus on is fixing the discipline. And in terms of scrum, I thought there were a couple of times where the All Blacks didn't get the ref's call. A couple of times where they were dominant, but the refs just played on, and I think that's a good thing. Honestly, watching teams scrum for penalties honestly is one of the most boring things you could watch. But when you put in that effort and you don't get anything out of it, it does feel a bit disheartening. But I thought that was fine. The RGs also achieved some form of scrum parity with the All Blacks, but clearly you can see that the All Blacks pack, the forwards were a lot more dominant compared to the RGs, and that was pretty much the difference, to be fair. And also the depth. I thought the All Blacks substitutes or the players from the bench came on, started slow, but eventually did pick things up and finish things off for the All Blacks. I think my player of the match, I think I'll probably have to give it to Samisoni Taukei'aho. His line-out throws were excellent. He managed the line-out mauls really well as well, and the 2 tries that he scored really sealed the deal for the All Blacks. So final score 41-24 in the All Blacks' favor. Overall, nothing surprising from a result standpoint. But I think the All Blacks are right now in the driver's seat going into next week's game against the Pumas. So that's pretty much my initial thoughts. I'm keen to hear your thoughts as well. So drop your comments in the comment section and give us a like, give us a subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video.